Hello and welcome to Ascending Without Wings. My name is Raina and this is your Gemini reading for the week of the 11th to the 17th, I think that is. I apologize for that usually, but welcome. As I always say, please feel free to like, share, or subscribe if you would like to. These general readings, so they may or may not apply, and the messages can actually be in reverse. So if I'm saying this could be you, this could actually be somebody in your life if it doesn't apply to you. If this doesn't fit, don't try to make it fit, as we all say, I guess. If there's any information that you'd like about booking private readings, my website, my email address are all in the description box down below. So, that having been said, I do believe that we can get on with it. So, Gemini, let's see what we have for you closely. Gemini. Okay. We might have another 6 cards this week. Okay, just one second. Okay. All right, Gemini, so you've got 6 cards this week. Just checking on the reposition. Okay, it doesn't look like I'm going to need clarifiers today, so let's just see what we've got here. Okay, so we've got in the normal tarot, this is the High Priestess, but in the patch tarot, which is what I'm using today, it is the Priestess. Okay, and the word at the top is intuition. So this is very much somebody that's embodying their higher self, their High Priestess energy, so to speak. Divine Feminine, definitely. Someone who's very spiritual, who's going through ascension at the moment, that has evolved quite a lot, is highly intuitive. They're very much in tune with their I am presence. And the moon is significant for this card as well. So this is a light worker, could be you, could be somebody in your life, but they're very, very spiritual. They could even be almost like a guide or a teacher kind of person. I'm getting that feeling. If this is not you, this is somebody around you. And they're someone that's very good to have because they're a genuine and very sincere person. They're embodying their higher self and their soul, so they're quite evolved. Not a lot of vibrational energies, not the kind of person that will be trying to scheme or do anything dodgy. If anybody, I don't know why I'm saying that right now, but clearly somebody's a bit skeptical about somebody in their life that might seem a bit spiritual. If your gut is telling you that they're the real deal, just listen to it. Stop allowing your head to come in the mix and create trouble, basically. Okay, if you have a good feeling about somebody and they're around you and they're quite intuitive and spiritual, don't automatically get suspicious. Okay. Generally speaking, if they're the real deal, they're going to be pretty sincere and genuine. And maybe this is also, in some cases it could be that people are a bit skeptical about you. They can tell that you're very intuitive, that you sort of know a lot of stuff. You're just somehow in tune. But they don't know how to take it because they haven't necessarily been around people like that before. So these things happen. But their heart chakra is sparkling. I'm not sure if you can see it from there. But it's almost like she's got a diamond in her heart chakra. So it's really quite beautiful. This is a person that does live from the heart. Very divine, feminine. The stronger influence in them is the divine feminine. We all have masculine and feminine in us. It doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman or a child. We all have masculine and feminine energies. So this is someone very much in their feminine energies and very spiritual, very evolved. So very nice. And then we have the Queen of Wands. So this could be family member, friend, I'm feeling even a sister, sister-in-law, colleague, anything like that. It's the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands is the fire sign female. And that can be Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. So very, very passionate woman. She's quite literally got a fire in her heart and soul, and she uses that as a fuel to spur her on. It's a very, like, I feel very lively within. I feel like I am on a very big mission. Like, she's very focused. She's very passionate. When she sets her mind on something, my friends, oh wow, does she conquer it? Like, it's a given. She's brilliant. There's a cat in the background. So cats are quite clever, yeah? They're great hunters. They don't miss very often. And if they do, it's only ever twice. Third time, guaranteed they will get it. I've had cats all my life and I've watched them and they're amazing hunters. They're just scary good. Okay. We've got a lot of flames. We've got the tree of life symbol here as well. So I don't know if that's significant for you. She's got like a flaming diamond on the top of her wand, so that's pretty cool. And there's some sunflowers there. Three is a very spiritual number. It's like the ascended master's number. You can see that in the corner there. So, you know, she's in her element. She's Queen of Wands. She's a fire sign woman. She's surrounded by fire and she's loving it. So this is somebody that's very, very passionate, very driven. They know how to balance their masculine and their feminine very well because they can be a bit of a go-getter out in the world and go achieve things and accomplish certain things. But they can also be very flowing and feminine and go with their emotions and be in the flow. So quite an intuitive person. And for those of you who are wondering, Patch Tarot is what I am using today. Okay, so I'm going to move on to the next card. Wow, the star. It actually says faith at the top of this one. I don't know if you can see that there. Okay. So this is the star from Patch Tarot. It's really, really gorgeous. She's actually like, there's a cup in her hand and she's pouring it down onto the ground. And the colors that are sort of emitting from that, we've got solar plexus, we've got heart chakra, we've got so this is heart chakra, root chakra, sacral at the bottom. And it's funny, the cup at the bottom, which is sort of closer to the ground because she's kind of in midair, elevated above the earth. So one's being poured to the ground, they're the lower chakra colors, including the heart chakra. But the one that's going up has the higher heart ones. There's blue. There's that looks a bit pinky, but I'd say it's violet. It could have been intended to be violet. But I really feel like the upper cup represents the upper chakras, which is the higher consciousness aspect of you. There's a lot of green here. So the star card is about healing. Even the background, majority of the background is actually green. So there's very, very deep healing going on. I feel like this full moon that's coming on the 19th is going to be massive. Some of us are already starting to feel the energies, just weird. That's the only way I can explain it. It's just, yeah, you're fine one day, you're like almost really high vibe, cruising along, going great, everything's fantastic. And then you wake up the next day. It's just like, can I just break something? I'm just so not happy today. I don't like it. I don't like anything. Why did I even wake up? Why don't I continue to sleep? This is not okay. And this is a mild version of how I felt like 2 days ago, guys. It was crazy. I'm just like, where did all this agree? Like, there's nothing for me to be angry with. I've done a lot of healing in the last 2 years, guys. Like, I have cleaned up my closet hard. There isn't much left. I don't think there's anything left, actually. But, you know, day-to-day experiences, you witness things, you hear, see, whatever. I'm still getting info from past lives coming up, and I'm just like, whoa. That's heavy. But you have your days, you have your weeks where it's like, you know, you cop it and you're getting all these weird feelings and memories and flashes of things that you have no idea where it's coming from. And you're like, guys, give me a break. And then you'll have like a week or two of just cruising along, nice and relaxed. Everything's quite chill. It's good. And then all of a sudden, it kicks your butt again. It's crazy. But it's all for a good purpose, okay? We're getting somewhere better. We are getting stronger. We are cleaning out our emotional closet so that there are no skeletons left in it when we're in 5D for them to materialize and come and bite us where we don't want them to, shall I say. Sorry, I'm a visual person, so when I say stupid things like that, I actually see like a zombie going on someone. So excuse my entertainment, my own vocabulary. I'm going to move on to the next card now, my lovely Geminis. We have the Truth as the next card. This is one of the special patch tarot cards. It's not like a normal tarot card that you get in normal tarot. Okay, it's special. It's about divine truth. It's about tapping into your I am presence. So you're tapped into the universal Akashic field of consciousness. So it's quite literally every event in the history of humanity is recorded in this field of consciousness. And as you raise your vibration and your consciousness through your meditations and your healing and whatever else you may do, it's a natural process. We all have our own schedule, written out by our own soul, before we even come down here. So this, my friend, is major leveling up. And I feel that this healing that's happening with the star card is what's allowing for the major leveling up. And when I say leveling up, then people that don't know me, I'm saying like with your ascension and stuff, you started off, it was kind of like dark night of the soul, you got, blindsided, land on your bottom, and you're like, what happened to me? Where am I? Oh, I'm so lost. And then you sort of get your feet and you work it out and you handle your ascension symptoms, you start doing meditations and healings, and then you get another wave of something that'll like knock you out. Now, hang on, I thought I addressed that already. It's a process, yeah? But when something repeats itself, you realize, hang on, there's a higher lesson here. There's a bigger lesson. There's a more mature, more evolved, deeper meaning here. And there's a much deeper soul lesson that's being learnt in this. And that's what I mean. You can have the same experience every 3 months. However, every 3 months, you would have excelled more in your ascension, become more evolved, have a higher consciousness level. And because of that, your soul has to learn deeper, more intense, more lasting kind of lessons, I guess you could say. So this is tapping into divine truth. Really, really good. But at the top, it actually says speak. So it's speaking your truth as well. Yeah, I just felt like a whoop in my throat chakra. It's like it's bobbing on a little sea, the sea of truth. It's floating away. You know that, like when you're floating on waves, you get that little bobby feeling. Yeah, that's how it felt. Sorry, I'm very animated today, guys. I'm drinking a little bit of Coca-Cola. It's very naughty, I know. I shouldn't do it, but I love sugar. Yeah, don't tell anyone. All right, so the truth, yeah, it was in the upright. This is divine consciousness. Also, when you look at this picture carefully, it's got sacred geometry. I'm still in the process of learning more about sacred geometry. It's something I'm curious about. But I finally bought myself some equipment so that I can practice sacred geometry. Because according to my lovely friends at Spirit Science, if you really want to know about sacred geometry, you got to start drawing. So that is part of my personal development plans. But if you see this, right, you've got the earth. And then you've got like these, I guess, energy waves radiating out of it. The sacred geometry, sacred geometry is right there. But then you've got like this higher vibe. I feel like that's 5D Earth. This is 3D Earth, possibly. And, as you're ascending from 3D Earth up to 5D Earth, you need to be able to stand in your truth, speak your truth, own it. If you're a light worker, you know your soul's origins and what you resonate with. You don't have to go and, stand up on billboards and yell it to the world. But owning it and not shying away from telling the world who you are, what you do. Me personally, going out with good friends who've known me all my life, and I don't have that many friends, and sitting at dinner, talking very freely and openly about the fact that I do readings and how much I love them, all this other spiritual stuff. You make a friend that's actually, curious about readings and things like that. So I found it really, really cool because the first time that I sort of went, I'm in a public place, there's probably 20, 30, 3D people here. And I sat there quite openly talking about tarot and all the wonderful things that happen, because seriously, this for me is one of the most high vibe things. I found myself getting a bit caught up in some emotional stuff one day, and I was like, I'm going to keep myself up. I'm going to do readings. And I actually jumped on and I started doing them because I invoke Arch Angel Michel, and he speaks through me. I get in my flow and be in the moment and enjoy that, and I know that he's using me to radiate love to the people that are seeing this. So talk about going from low vibe to I'm going to choose to put myself in a bubble of love, and do the one thing that I know makes me actually radiate love and makes me happy and makes me feel fantastic. So I feel like these things, guys. I know the people I'm talking to right now, you know this. You know how to shift your vibration. You know how to do things like that. Maybe you're being called to speak your truth and share those kinds of things with other people because they're getting overwhelmed with the energy around them. I feel like, yeah, I'm feeling a bit winded trying to speak about this right now. So somebody's very anxious about this. Somebody doesn't want to do this. I feel like my breath got taken away when I'm like, you need to talk about it. Someone's getting very fearful. There's nothing to fear, my friend, okay? If you're being guided to step up and speak your truth and own who you are and what you are, it's because there are people around you that need you to do that. Maybe there's somebody out there that just needs one person to have a little bit of courage, to put themselves out there just a little bit, and maybe if you do that, you'll find out that you're actually surrounded with a lot more high-vibe people than you realize. Maybe in your workplace or something like that, where you're feeling like you need to start speaking your truth about your spiritual side or your practices, energy, medicine, whatever it is that you're doing. Okay, whatever it is that you need to speak about. You speak about it, it could inspire somebody else to speak about that. And you could, rather than being fearful of judgment and how it's going to turn out and what people are going to think and blah, 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 put it out there, because you might be surprised there are probably going to be more people that are like you than otherwise. And I get that feeling that this is just the ego, fight and flight response. Yes, we've had bad reactions from people for certain things before. Also, we're going to freak out and think that it's going to happen again. I don't think so, guys. You know, we're in a new paradigm now. The energy is completely different. People are naturally becoming more open-minded and more sort of, and I think what I'm trying to say is there's a part of them that just knows that there's more to it. There's something, they know they've missed out something in the picture. They know that they're, big picture, there's a few pieces missing in that puzzle. They know something's up. And so when we have the courage to speak up and step up and put ourselves out there and just go, hey, you know what? I've been on this ride for how many years? It started like this, and owning it. And like, yeah, I'm getting a bit, practice what you preach. I actually just heard that. I know which member of my divine team that was. Thank you very much. I've heard that. Okay, practice what you preach. Yes, I've been guided to do my ascension story, like in videos like these. Just jump on and start sharing experiences, because basically I know a lot of light workers and twin flames, whatever you resonate with, yeah. Some of us have chosen some of the most horrible lives. Like, we've got ancestral karma and things in our lineage that is just, gut-wrenching kind of stuff. And even some of us, we've experienced the extremes of the dark aspects of human behavior. Let's just say that, okay? Whether that be as a child or a teen or an adult, whether you're the one that inflicted it or whether you're the one that received it, there are unpleasant things that all of us have chosen to sort of carry the scars of, so that we can heal. Because when we heal and we come out the other end, what do light workers automatically do? They've been through that heartache. They've felt it. They know what it's like. So the second they see somebody else experiencing that or about to experience that, their heart cries out for the fact that they want to protect and nurture that person so that they do not experience the same heartache that we've already been through. We don't want other people to have to live through this crap. We know how horrible it is and how painful it is. That is what makes us light workers. That is what is quite literally spreading light, because it's a thing that comes from unconditional love. You're not that damaged that you go, oh, because I suffered, everybody else has to suffer. You're not. Okay? Oh, somebody needed to hear that. And maybe that's what it is. You need to own that. Okay, you need to realize that about yourself. Because part of this journey is learning to have more self-worth, to love yourself and respect yourself as much as the energy, the being that created you. Okay, it created you. It's like your parent, beyond the human physical world parents. They know the definition of unconditional love. Unlike many human beings that we've lived in a paradigm where we have not. Okay, a lot of us probably don't know what unconditional love is from our family and friends. However, as being light workers, we do that. Okay, that's just how it is. And it's a beautiful thing, because we carry so much light in our soul. We haven't allowed the darkness to overshadow it. It's as simple as that. And that's a wonderful thing. You should be proud of that. Okay. Take it from me. I wouldn't have said this 3 weeks ago, even to myself. And trust me, every bit of advice I give you guys, everything I say in my readings, I have to take it on board as well, because I've noticed so many times, like just then, it was practice what you preach. Yeah, true. Okay, yeah. Today I put my, let's say, 10 cents worth out there on the subject of twin flames, and I created a post, and I was just like, you know what? All this confusion, all this chasing information, all this obsession about stuff is driving me batty, guys. Just the one thing you need to know is everything is perfect in this moment right now, exactly how it is perfect. Because everything that happens in life doesn't happen against you, it happens for you to make you the best version of yourself that you will ever be. So if you're going through feeling like you're going through the blender moment right now in your life, hang on tight, my friends, because especially if you're a light worker, things are shifting. It's kind of like the darkness before the dawn. And just as I'm about to move on to the next card, darkness before the dawn, we have the moon card. So, yep, once again, this full moon is going to be huge for you guys. And you're Gemini, so it's a full moon in Virgo. And I know astrologically speaking, things change. Like, it can affect other signs as well. And yes, please excuse my cat tree in the background. Okay, so the moon card. Wow. We've got rainbow-colored wings on a scarab beetle at the top. The six-pointed star, so that is not a Merkaba, it's a six-pointed star. Hang on, how many points does the... Yeah, anyway. Actually, no, it is a Merkaba. So, there's a person standing at the bottom of the road with his teddy. He's about to walk down that long path, which actually has the pattern of DNA on it. So I feel like this is DNA activation, cellular upgrades. This is major, major spiritual leveling up. You've got a jackal and a hyena here as well. And you've got Thoth and Anubis with the Ankh. So I feel like you guys may resonate very, very strongly with ancient Egypt's history. What is it? Knowledge stuff that time. You may have had past lives there, but this full moon is going to be very significant for you. And the word on the top of this card is introspection. So I really feel like those of you that are I feel like you are all going through a lot of healing. Because, you know, the star card is a major arcana. You've got quite a bit of major arcana energy. So these are kind of like destined events and energies in your life. Whatever's happening, whatever's playing out, this is all taking you to where you need to be. So don't doubt that you're going to the right place, because you are. You well and truly are. Just don't resist whatever's going on, because the more you resist your ascension and your own evolution, the more drama there is and the more chaos you create. The more tower moments you're going to have, basically. Which nobody likes tower moments, people. Unless it's kind of like you've been hoping and wishing and praying for this tower moment to kind of, you know, do your dirty work for you. Because you couldn't, you know, do the cleaning up of what you didn't want in your life anymore. Then that's a different story. Okay. But I'm going to move on to the last card because I think I want to do some... I have no way of keeping track how long these videos are going. I'm going to have to get my act together, guys. Okay, sorry, I'm in a very goofball mood at the moment. All right, so the last card, my lovely Geminis, we actually have my sun sign card. It's Taurus, but it's the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. It actually says resignation. So Seven of Pentacles usually is about patience. It's a long-term investment, time, effort being made. But this way, it's resignation. It's like giving up on something. Like you've worked long and hard, you've put a lot of effort into it, but you're giving up halfway. You're kind of like throwing in the towel. That's what I feel. But I feel like with this reading, the way it's playing, the way it's set out, it's kind of like doomed, throw in the towel, have faith, as it says at the top of the card. Okay, follow your passion because you are very intuitive. You must speak your truth or the truth about what you know and where you're headed in life because people need it. The truth and authenticity and being real and authentic and just sincere and speaking from the heart without any ill intent or any negative emotions in it is a very empowering thing. And if you're strong enough to do that in front of other people, trust me, you will inspire other people to come out there with it and put themselves out there as well. You know, anybody that knew me when I was in like early schooling stages would never have guessed that I'd be sitting here doing this right now. And trust me, I wouldn't have guessed it 3 years ago. But it took me a long time to get my confidence up to do this. So I feel like saying, it's like this, you've been guided to do something, you started taking a few steps towards it, you've done a few things, you've sort of set up your foundations or your structure of what you want to do not throw in the tile now, please. This is either you or somebody else, but I feel like with this full moon energy is getting so intense, like I've felt quite a lot of emotion, quite a lot of intense things just in 24 hours. And it's the 15th here today. Yeah, I don't know, guys. It's the 13th here in Sydney today. So the full moon's not until the 19th. It's 8 days early, okay? So please don't give in to this full moon energy and throw in the towel or allow yourself to buckle, because I think you'll be okay. Just gotta hang in there. Okay, I'm just gonna pull some oracle cards, my favorite oracle cards. So if you're one of my subscribers, you know these cards, the Heart and Soul Oracle. Excuse me. So I shall pull these for you. I might just give these up. I'm going to try and keep these readings shorter because I know people kind of lose patience with readings that are over about 25 minutes, half an hour anyway. I would too. But I just have a lot of time on my hands, generally speaking. Okay, Gemini, I think we got 2 from here. I might pull the others as well, and then I'll tell you what they are. Okay, and since I invoke and channel Archangel Michael, it would just be for me to not pull some Archangel Michael cards for you, so I shall be doing that too. But we've got the Goddess Guidance Oracle cards as well, because I've been seeing 13 everywhere, and 13 is the number of the Goddess energies. I know Mother Gaia is ascending to 5D as well, so she's a goddess too, and she's in here too. All right, Archangel Michael, what Goddess Guidance do we have? One more, maybe? A lot. And we will finish it off with an Archangel Michael card. So these cards are actually quite good as well because they've got little prayers at the bottom of the card and little advice. So I'll just give you the prayers. In personal readings, I do read the full message, but just for the sake of being snappy, and these are general readings. So I hope if you, at the beginning of the reading, just sort of set an intention that you will get the messages that are meant for you, and whatever resonates, you'll know what is for you. Trust me, you'll be sitting there and they'll say something and it's like ping in your heart, you just know it's for you. It's pretty crazy. But pretty I say it's magical, but it's synchronicity, and it's the beauty of being in tune with the universe. And tuning into your own guidance, The universe is not going to withhold guidance when you're open to it. Same thing with tarot. Got to tune into the guidance and be open and willing to hear it, not what you want to hear. Hear what's actually been said. I used to have that problem. That's why I mentioned it. Okay, Gemini. I get why we did only 6 cards. So the first card that we have for you, I'm holding that, says, you are currently too close to see things clearly. Detach a little and you will start to see things from a higher perspective. By emotionally detaching from this situation, a simple solution also becomes clear. Very nice. Great advice. And then we have, allow your imagination to drift beyond the horizon. Beyond time, there is a world of dreams without limits, full of magical ideas, a world just waiting for you. But this faraway world is not so far. It is inside your heart, and all it takes to get there is a dream. Very nice. Okay, then we have Damara, guiding children. It says, you are good at helping, counseling, and healing children. Use your skills to help children now. Okay, so if you're working in any sort of child-related industry, this could be you, or this could also be about your one of your Lightworker missions. I only discovered the other day that I'm supposed to get into something along those lines, sort of guiding kids on how to look out for predators and things like that. Because in Australia, I don't think we have much of a program set up for that. So when he's going to be helping little ones stay away from predatory adults, which when I was told this, and this was my spiritual teacher in like a session, trust me, I turned into a human waterfall on the inside, and I would like get myself together on the outside with her. But I think my heart melted 10 times over in that moment. Just trust me, when it comes to your mission stuff, it is stuff that makes your heart melt, and it sets your soul on fire. It thinks everything that ever you felt strongly about, even as a child. Like I remember being 9 and getting angry because people, are yelling at their kids, or the kind of culture I grew up in, it was very okay to, and some parents did not. So, seeing a parent doing that to their own kid, I wanted to fucking hurt them. And now I get why. So I'm sharing that because I know somebody out there is probably going to go, oh, now I know why I get so fired up about that. Because I am like, my soul's telling me, go there, go there, go there. Yes, ma'am. And yes, sir. Go there. Trust me. Go there, because it took me sort of mentioning 2 different situations and 2 different stories in my life for my spiritual teacher to be able to join the dots and go, well, did you realize this? And I'm like, oh my God. Excuse me. Sorry, God. Okay, guys, I'm going to get on with it. So I feel like for you guys, some of you do not realize how you're going to work with children. But that little thing that I just told you, I can feel light bulbs going off. I don't know why, but I feel that there are going to be people going, I get it now. That's how I work out what motion is. Because a lot of us are kind of like, okay, yes, I know I have to do stuff, but how do I work it out? How do I work it out? And we're always looking for answers outside of ourselves. That's the problem. We need to look within. We have our own intuition. We have our own soul's guidance. Our higher self can tell us. You just got to put it out there. You don't even have to go, hey, higher self, soul, what's doing? What the hell am I supposed to be doing right now? What am I supposed to be doing? Just like, think about it and just be like, hey, hello, soul, higher self, you in there? Give me a hint, let me know. And they will. Trust me. I know I'm making it a bit comical, but they'll put you on the right path. Okay? Ooh, next one is Ostara, fertility. It is the perfect time for you to start new projects, access new ideas, and give birth to new conditions. This could definitely signify someone getting pregnant. So if you don't want to, ladies and gentlemen, I suggest you be careful. Because twin flames become quite fertile amongst each other. And I know there's a lot of twin flames in the world right now. Okay, so the next card is Sieg, quiet time. Take some quiet, alone time to rest, meditate, and contemplate. It's funny, I was actually just thinking this today, and Gemini is my Venus sign, guys, so these do apply to me to some extent as well. That I'm feeling very overwhelmed by technology. I wake up, I'll check Messenger and Facebook, and I'm sort of involved in certain things at the moment that require me to be able to be online regularly. But I found myself getting very overwhelmed the other day. And it's taken me about 2 or 3 days to kind of, like, first back off completely from social media and stuff for a couple of days and just Netflix and chill with my cat and just a bit of self-care, yeah? But then today it's kind of like, why did it overwhelm me? It's because my soul now wants time for me to write and to be reading and to be doing creative things with my hands, like drawing sacred geometry, like adult coloring, mindfulness stuff, like laying on a blanket on the grass in the middle of the sun with my cat and just having some quality time and just being close to the earth and, just enjoying nature. Something as simple as just lying down on grass. So that's if you just like look in any random direction, depending on your focus of your vision and things like that. Things can look pretty magical and pretty amazing, and it's just what you make of it. Like, really, truly, guys, it really is what you make of it. You may live in an apartment, but you've got a little bit of a garden straight thing downstairs. Go sit there. Go sit on the grass for 10 minutes, 20 minutes in the sun, or, as the sun's setting or something like that. I feel like a lot of people will, but I can't do this, I can't do that. You know what? If you want to do it badly enough, you will do it. Where there's a will, there's a way. I'm sorry if I sound like it. Whatever, when I'm saying it, but it's true. When you want something really bad, you will do whatever it takes to get it. And that includes on your spiritual journey. If you really want to get out of your own way, you will say every intention, you will do every meditation, whatever, until you are out of your way. And the easiest way to do it is by giving your higher self and your angels permission to help you do these things. I give them permission every couple of weeks, like, guys, anything that needs tweaking, anything that needs getting out of the way, if I'm making any boo-boos, Make sure I'm not stuffing myself up, please. Like, I'm not putting my own leg out to trip myself up as I walk down the pathway, yeah? I ain't doing that. So that's my little thing that every couple, guys, if there's anything, let's do the maintenance, okay? Let's make sure we're on track according to schedule, all right? And they do it every time. I do not have to worry. You have a lot of more help than you realize. And I don't mean in the physical world, guys. I mean, you've got guardian angels, archangels, ascended masters, like Jesus, Buddha, Mary, you name them. And then you've got your galactic family and, you know, passed on ancestors and things like that. Like, I've got my grandparents who I never actually met. You know, they passed away when my father was quite young. So there's no way I would have ever met them, you know, in this lifetime. But they're my spirit guides. They're part of my divine team. And, you know, I know they're there. I know why they're there. I know they're protective of me. And I know why they like hanging out with me, which is fantastic because I've always gotten along with elderly people. They like me. I like them. I can sit there and talk to the cows, come home. They love it. They just love the company. And I'm hyperactive and I don't know. Some people appreciate that. Enough preaching, Rainy. The next card that we have is Coventina, Purification. Oh, I like this card. It says, it is time for a cleansing detoxification of your body and mind. Fasts. Fasting is actually can be a handy way of detoxing, but if you don't know your way around fasting, don't go jumping into it because you're depriving your body of food and, you know, nourishment, and don't do things like that unless you know what you're doing. Okay, so I'm sure you can Google. There might be really good like a liquid detox thing you can do, and there's all these natural things you can do, so you don't have to go and get chemical stuff made from, you know, chemists and doctors and things like that. There are herbal things out there. If you just do a bit of research, you'll be able to work it out. Or something as simple as, I think it's like half a lemon squeeze in like a glass of warm water, not hot, warm, first thing in the morning. It actually, the citric acid, it will cleanse your body and it will actually help mobilize fat and things like that. So if you're trying to lose weight as well, it can be very, very handy. Okay. So, Archangel Michael, 3 bits of advice for him. We have sense of humor. Funny that. The prayer said, thank you for helping me see the humor in this situation so that I can lovingly laugh at human nature. I'm willing to view my experience in a new light in order to attract love and healing energy. That's the beautiful card right there. And the next card from him is guarded and protected. Thank you for protecting my loved ones and me, ensuring that we are safe and that all our needs are met. I now accept your help gratefully and gracefully, knowing that it's right for me and all others to accept heavenly assistance. Thank you, Archangel Michael. And the last one. Oh, I love this card. Innocence. It says, dear God and angels, thank you for helping me see that all of your qualities of pure love and light are reflected within me and all others. Help me embrace my God-given innocence so that I may be at peace. Amen. That is actually perfect. I will end the reading on that note, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. And I will see you again next week.